They showed off their status in public, reaping the benefits of whatever they had given to those that seek for it, according to the law's ordinance about how the tithe is supposed to be shared and given and eaten in the church among the people of God. So if they have taken the honor and the accolade that is due to them as a result of that, because they do not live according to the word that even came from them. So where is the source? And where is the origin of the justice to those who so deserve them? Is it as a result of the decree or some rule, some ordinance of man, or some kind of coercion or forcing somebody in order to get them to give justice to whom it is deserved? If you seize your neighbor's land because you can, where is the peace? Where is your peace? We read in Matthew chapter 5, the blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called the sons of God. So if you are a son of God, where is your peace? Where is your justice? And where is your social justice? If you abuse your neighbors and you strip them of their human dignity and freedom and liberty, where is your peace? Where is your justice? Where is your social justice? These are supposed to be inside of you an intrinsic value of humanity that is created in the image and likeness of God, who is fair and just. If you are abused and dehumanized someone else, your neighbor or nation or whatever, and the one that is the abused and humanized decides to fight back and then seize your land, where is peace for both of them? Have they not lost the peace? Have they not both lost justice? Have both not lost the social justice? If you decide because of the positions and the powers that you have, and you immerse yourself and insert yourself in another person's conflict, because you see an opportunity to exploit their human weakness, because they have no sense of peace, they have lost their peace, and they have lost their justice, and social justice is not in them. Where is your own peace? And where is your own justice? And where is your own social justice? It may be very easy for you to rationalize your actions and then use some reasons and logic in order for you to explain how much of what you are thinking. But God is a God that no man can lie to. For God sees the heart of man and discerns them. Just before even they were born, he already knew. For if indeed there is justice in them, if there is peace in them, if there is social justice acting in them with one another, then they shall not partake and engage in conduct that destabilizes the peace of another or another nation, or engage in injustice against them, no matter the benefit they hope to accrue or gain from it, if it is all but vanity. If you are God and you are a child of God, and if you are God who is the creator of all things and have laid the foundations of nations as they ought to be, and in all the relationship with one another for you to be of one accord, then you will be open to engage one another with social justice. The social justice is what allows you to come together, to be able to hear both sides of the conflict, for you to be able to reconcile among yourselves. How much are you willing to give in the celebration of the season that we talk about God himself becoming a man to come to be humiliated, to be suffered and be killed and endured all things because that he is God, desirous of reconciling with his children. God by nature of himself in his love came in the form of man. Sacrificed himself so that he can reconcile with his children and spend eternity with them. That is social justice, because it is in a know of his own, though sovereign over all the sovereigns, and greater than anything that you can imagine, and can do all things, humbled himself and sacrificed it all. What have you sacrificed in your own theater of war? In the conflict you have with one another, in the conflict you have between nations and cities and towns and states and countries. But out of pride and arrogance, men come forth and then convert and become things that are unworthy to be called in the image and likeness, things that are not defiling, the things that are defiling of the tabernacle, that is defiling of the temple of God, that is defiling of all the presence of God in the world that he has created. So you must ask yourself, my brothers and sisters, what has come from your heart? If your heart, through your permissive will to sacrifice yourself for your children or your neighbor. If that is the case, then it is the beginning of your social justice, because with that, then you are in a position to be able to reconcile just as God will reconcile with you. In all the things you have done, he has forgiven you. In the book of Matthew, in chapter 23, verse 3, and he says, for they say things and do not do them. They say